Hi everyone, it's Lynn here. Welcome to my channel. I would like to show you my newest junk journal. This is another chunky one. I just can't seem to help myself. I just keep adding and adding to them. This is a vintage French theme and it's a hardcover. I have covered it in the red and cream ticking fabric. I've got a rounded spine with the spine ridges, some metal book corners, and on the cover I have layered a couple of vintage doilies with one of the Tim Holtz book plates and a cameo on top of that. A little bit of depth to that. I love the way that looks. I wanted this to be what I love, the grungy vintage look, but also with the elegance of France. So I'm hoping that's what I've achieved. It measures 6 inches wide by almost 9 inches high, and it's a 2.5 inch spine. There are 6 signatures, and it's just over 240 pages, maybe like 244 pages, and that includes the full-size pages and any smaller book pages or pocket pages that I have put in. The closure is a tea-dyed seam binding. So let's take a look inside. Right inside the front cover we have some Tim Holtz paper and a little bit of a paper doily, some more of the ticking fabric, and here's some lace that I've just distressed a little bit. And this was a few of the laces were gifted to me by Becky in the Facebook booksmithing group. So thank you, Becky. I love this one with the flowers. A little bulb pin with a butterfly charm on that one. A little more piece of a paper doily. Here is a tuck, secret tuck, with a journaling card with the Eiffel Tower. I think almost all of the printables are from the Graphics Fairy, and I will link that down below, and I'll link any other sources if I remember them as we go along down below as well. Lots of journaling space in this one, and because it is so chunky, I've spread out the signatures just a tiny bit more than I usually do, so everything will lay flat for writing, and it does. So even though it's a fat one, it still lays flat for journaling, so I'm happy about that. More little journaling cards in a pocket, and I've included several different pages from a French workbook I have and a French English book and history book I have, so there's a lot of French related pages in this one. Some music from France and labels on a few of the pages just to add a little bit more interest. In the center of this signature I've made two big pockets with the blue and white ticking fabric and a vintage map of Paris. And in this one I have in my stash some flashcards that are walking tours in Paris, so I've just put together a few of those with a brad and included those. And in this pocket we have a little folder here that it has just extra journaling inside. I've printed out onto tea-dyed paper some assorted French receipts and letters and things, so there's a lot of extra journaling paper in here, and those like that. Very grungy, I love that. That just goes in the little folder. And a map of France. Another pocket here with a bunch of little journaling cards, and the cards and tags are either distressed or backed with coffee or tea-dyed papers. And a clip here with some seam binding and a big journaling card. And I've done a little bit of stamping and some stenciling throughout, so there's some stamping. And some more dyed seam binding. Another pocket here with a an index card. This paper also from Becky, thank you Becky, is, I'm not sure if it's rice paper or what it is. I just love Love that. It's got some nice texture to it, but you can still write on it. And then a little mini journal here with some lace, butterfly graphic, some scrapbook paper, and this is some of my favorite music paper. I will be so sad when I run out of this book because the pages are big, so I can make double pockets out of them, and they all have writing on them, 1943 from the instructor. So I just love that. Got some little journaling here, and I've got a couple of postcards that my friend Carolyn gave me. Vintage French style postcards. Another journaling card. Some vintage ledger. Just from the French English dictionary. And I've tried to include some florals throughout. There's some stenciling. On the other side of the double pocket of the coffee dyed paper. And then here's a vintage from the 30s lotto card, and I've attached it to a little glassine envelope, and I just included some more little journaling bits, some coffee dyed paper. She is from Paris. And tag that I've stamped, and that all just tucks in there. Some digital stamping. Here's another pocket with some more of that paper and some more journaling tags and cards. There's a double tag with the journaling space inside. Oops. And in this little lace pocket here was a Latin flashcard, a little sample of ticking ribbon, and another little tag. And on this side, another postcard. And this is an index card I've just sewn some ephemera onto in this pocket. And this is a little bulb pin with the Eiffel Tower charm. And this comes off. And a flip up with some secret journaling. Oops. And some more stenciling, fleur-de-lis, some more florals from the French workbook. Here's some stenciling on the top and bottom, and this is actually one of the end pages from the French book. I just thought it was so pretty, had to include that. Rose. Tried to include florals that had red in them to go with the cover. Here, and with the little clip is another big journaling card, and on the end of the signature here is double pocket with some stamped tags. And here's some more lace that I've distressed, and this a vintage button with a little star charm. Pocket here and some stamping. There's an Edith Holden page that I've turned into an envelope. Got some lace peeking out. And inside is just some extra little goodies that you could use to embellish the journal. We've got a faux leaf, a keyhole die, some extra little journaling paper. Here's a little card with a butterfly. Another label you could attach to a page. Oops. and another stamp tag. And those all just go right in there. And here I've attached 2 different papers to some vellum. And so the edges, I love the look of that. And just added some washi for some extra interest. Another little label. The French workbook. This is some historical stuff from France and places to see. Here's another beautiful Edith Holden, and poppies grow in France, so I wanted to include it, you know, at least one flower that grows there. Some digital stamping. Here's a flip out. I love this ledger, the little ledger book. I got it in an estate sale. Memories and some more lace that I had distressed. Here's the end of the signature with another pocket, some more stamping, and a file folder with some lavender. And inside is just some extra journaling. Another little scraps journaling, a smaller mini journal. Another little lace pocket here, and I've included it like an enamel number from Tim Holtz. And in this pocket we have a little tag with a lady on it, another tag there, and then a little sample of lace. And oops, the Eiffel Tower fell off. I'll put that on after. In this signature, I'm really excited about this tag. A clip here with some ribbon. I made a corset tag, style tag. The journaling card, and then on the back it's a double pocket. And that just clips on there. And some art book pages of French artists. Here's a little flip out for some journaling. The Opera in Paris. I've done some stamping there. Some more coffee dyed scrapbook paper. And here I had some scraps, so I've made, I guess it's a Franken flip out. So just put them all on there, and I really like how that came out with a little lace tab, a coffee dyed paper doily. There's another map of France there, a map of Europe. Some more stenciling, another French little label there. And here we've got a rusty paper clip with some lace, and this is a fabric flip up with a secret tuck underneath with some more lavender. Tight squeeze there. And then I've coated this with sealer, so although I rusted it, it is very well sealed now. Some more French artist, Cezanne on this one. And here is a big journaling card, a little clip with some tea-dyed rickrack. Tim Holtz paper on a file folder with an F for France, and I've done some stenciling. Here's my little mockingbird stamp. Oops. And here we have a little ruffle with the ticking fabric and a little Tim Holtz pin. Pocket here, another little journaling card, some stamping, and here's a little flip out with some journaling space, more of that ledger. Coffee dyed paper with some doily resist, love that. And here's the pocket, or tuck really, I love her. And a little tea card. And stamping there. And another pretty French label. And this was, these are the pages, I've used these before in my journals. This was a book that was my grandmother's when she was little. And I just love the pages. Some more of the art book. Here we have Degas. More of the English-French dictionary. This paper is actually an end paper from a vintage book. Just like the coloration of it, and it's pretty thick. It's a nice paper. And Adieu at the end of the book. Another French song. Here's another little tuck with a journaling card and a little envelope with a couple more little journaling cards in there. France is on that. And the other side of the doily. Here's the other part of the flip out with some journaling space. And this is a paper die cut doily that I painted with some gesso just to make it look old and worn. And I really like how that came out. A little Voyage sticker on the back of that. And a little stamped journaling tag, and the end some more ticking and some more Tim Holtz paper. So that is it. I hope you like it. I actually had a lot of fun making this one, and I realize I have a lot more French ephemera, so I may be making another French journal. So I hope everyone is doing well, and I thank you so much for watching. And if you like it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you'll know when I have new videos coming out. Thanks everybody. Have a great week.